Good day everyone, welcome to the world of simulation. You will be provided a login ID and password to access this system. After logging into your account, this is the window you are going to see. You need to click on the process to simulation button to start the management simulation game. You could also have a look at which universe you are belongs to, what the name of your team, and when is the next deadline. Under the schedule tab, you will get to see what is the next round which you have to participate. The rounds that are not activated yet are showing deadline as TBA at this time. Once we click the process to simulations button, we will get to see the 8 different sections. Before that, we are going to see that there is a video which will guide you to the next sections. You can watch the video and also can cancel it by clicking cross. Uh, Currently, there are 8 sections, namely accompanying materials, market outlook, demand, production, R&D, distribution and marketing, decision checklist, competitive outcome, and so on. If I click on the materials tab, I will find that there are two files titled case description and the student manual. Case description gives you an overview and background of this case study, whereas the student manual provides information on how to use the simulations platform. Coming back to the tutorial tab, we have to click next button. Here also we can see there is a video which is indicating this module's description. We can on the video and can
While
also
projecting the
read.
market growth,
The next tab is this tab is the market outlook, which are 3 sections called demand, cost, and finance. These 3 sections together provide an overview of all the relevant macroeconomic and industry variables. Participants will also be able to find out the reality of the previous round under the tab of the market outlook. Again, we have to click the next button. Here again there is a video of the description of the global demand forecast. I am clicking the cross button to avoid it for now. Under the demand button tab, participants initially have to estimate the market good for the current round for each of the markets of all types of technology. Currently, at round 1, there are 2 types of technology names, the 3G and 4G. Then they need to estimate the market share they want to capture different products for different marketers. It is important to know that even if you are not interested to participate in a market, say for instance USA, you will still have to put a value like 0. Without it, you will not able to process further. You are also allowed to insert a negative values in the box, input box, so, if you feel the market outlook denotes a negative market growth. So here I am inputting the values. Here we can see the demand. Here we can see a column called demand in the last round. It is initially we have predicted that USA have 274 lakhs in demand had. Southeast Asia had 600 lakhs demand and Middle East had 75 lakhs. So we can also was there how was the last year market demand, and over there the teams can also have a look at the geographical representation of their projected values. Coming to the market shares planning. Here we can see there is a question mark. Here we have a small small overview of what is market share planning. Market shares are quoted as shares of the total market. Markets may vary in terms of demand of phones with different technologies. You will find there will be a small overview of over the system overviews all over the system to make you understand more clearly. Under this tab, market share planning, teams are expected to project what percentage of the share of different technologies they would like to capture in this round. Uh, we have to remember that currently they are only producing 3G phones and selling it to the USA only. Four teams hold an equal amount of market share. Hence, market share is the last round for 3G market in USA is 25%. Just like the forecasting of the total global market demand, teams would have to insert a value on each of these input fields to proceed with the next round. Market share is calculated by four variables, namely price set by the team, availability of the same product in the same market, marketing strategy adopted by the team, and the amount of the promotion that the team is spending in the particular market. Here we can see we have got 25% at the last round and 0% for 4G in the last round. Uh, how will we be able to proceed on the entering the market share of this round? Carefully we have to look at the forecasted demand for this round. Here we have entered 0 for, let's say we have entering the 8% for all the marketers. So this is will be the predictable by or expected demand for this round 295. Now let's say we are going to planning 50% for 3G and 50% for 4G. So we are entering 50%. And here you can see that our predicted market share is 295. This is how I am going to input all the markets for 3G and 4G. So, if we say that what is the 50% of the estimate market share we are inputting here, this 50% market share is this expected demand, like 295 of the market share of 50%. We are going to estimated market share of the round of this round. And why we are going to do the 50% for 3G or 4G? Because this 295 demand is for all the technology. Here currently we have two technology, 3G and 4G, so we are dividing in 50%. So I'm going to when after estimating all the market share, your total production target will be shown, and here which is 1024 lakhs. So after that we are going to proceed on next module. Here again we have a video to description of the production. I am quitting for now. Production tabs navigate two different activities. One is inventory management and other one is planning, production planning. Inventory includes the number of unsold units for each market in the last round. Units are always sold first from the inventory rather than from the new production. There is no inventory for any markets. There is no inventory for any of the markets or any technology at this round. Having a higher inventory would indicate the team has failed to take the right strategy in the last round compared to their competitors. However, having a little bit of inventory may not necessarily be a bad thing, especially when the production cost of a certain technology may change due to the technological and microeconomic variable. We are proceeding on the production planning. Under the planning tab, you get to have a look at your current capacity of the production. All the teams in a single universe start with one plant in Bangladesh with a production capacity of 220 lakhs unit per round. This capacity would be used in any combination among the existing technology that the team may wish to. Each team has an individual um, each team has an individual uh, each team has an additional outsourcing capacity of 20% of their in-house production capacity, as the current in-house production capacity is 220 lakhs. The outsourcing capacity is 20%, so which means the total capacity is 264 lakhs. Our next module is plant upgradation. When a team feels that the market outlook indicates a promising future, they might decide to upgrade or build a new factory in different locations. Having factories in different locations may give a team advantage in terms of optimizing import tariff and transportation costs associated with different markets. Teams can either upgrade the plant in Bangladesh um, plant in Bangladesh, in South Asia, in Roundon. However, Africa will be made available as the next new place to have a plant in one of those upcoming rounds of this simulation. The cost of building a new plant depends on how quickly a team wants to establish it and the region in which they want to build it, and to what extent they would like to production capacity to the new plant would be. Here we can see there are three types of size, 25, 48 and 100, and there is two indications of when the plant is available. Like we can have this plant in round 1 after a round, and we can also have this available in the third round, which will be, we can see the price we have to allocate for this plant. If I want to develop, there is a message which is warning us that 1440 lakhs will be deducted from our initial balance. For now, I'm not going to upgrading any plant, so I'm cancelling it. Once a team has decided to establish a plant in certain region, it can never be reversed the decision. The money required for establishing this new plant will immediately be taken out from the current balance of the team. The production requirement is, while deciding on units to be produced through outsourcing, a team should have a look at the cost of delta that exists between the in-house production cost and the one from the outsourcing cost. In terms of in-house production, the cost of production includes all costs associated with the manufacturing and or purchasing cost of parts along with the assembling cost. In-house cost of the production tends to be lower than the outsourcing costs in general. However, in certain extreme situations, it might be different. Part of the reason why it might happen is a scrap rate, which indicates the percentage of normal waste that takes place during any production. High level of it in-house production tends to initiate economic of learning, resulting into lower price. Once the teams have decided what percentage of different technology or different products to manufacture or outsource in different locations, they need to move the activity of research and development. Here we can see there is a message called your production targets has exceed your current capacity. Please go back to the previous section and adjust the estimated market share. What is this meaning? Here we are seeing production requirement is 1024, which we have decided at the demand module. But here they are saying that your production target has exceeded your current capacity. So where is my current capacity? My current capacity is here. In-house production capacity is 220 and outsourcing capacity is 44. So the total capacity is 264. So we cannot produce more than 264 in total. So we have to redo our demand percentage and come back there again. So for now I'm going to estimated market share. I'm going to inputting the 15% and for 4G is 10%. And similar to that for Southeast I'm going to including 15% and 10%. For Middle East again 50% for 3G and 10% for 4G. So again going back our planning module, here we can see we have excess of in-house manufacture and outsourcing manufacture. So for 3G market we have if we individually want to see USA, Southeast Asia and Middle East, we can see what is the target. But if because we are manufacturing here in all, not by region, so we are going to see the all target. So here for 3G 153, so I am going to producing. Here we are seeing if I have inputted 50%, then there is market production level is 110, but our total production target is 153. So I am increasing it by 20% extra, and this is 154. So I'm going to 68. Okay, so 69. So let's say 70% is the final. Okay, then the 4G is 102. So here we are saying that we have already manufactured in 70% of the capacity, so we cannot more than 30%. So if we can test it by entering 40%, but they will not give us access. The total capacity of BD is already utilizing, so we are going to the 30% of the capacity of allocation. There is 66%. Now um, the extra target where we are going to producing, and there we have a chance of producing by outsourcing. So for 3G we do not need to produce anything from outsourcing, so we are allocating 0. And for 4G we are going to producing by outsourcing. So here we can do a little math, like calculating 100. There 4G is 102 minus 66. So we need to produce 36. If we so here if I produce 70%, then our production level is 30. We need 36, so I guess 80% will be enough. Okay, so 83% from outsourcing we are going to manufacturing our 4G target. So after once the team decided what percentage of the different technology or different production to be manufactured or outsourced in different locations, then they need to move on the activity of the research and development. Here again, we have a video for research and development. For now, I am quitting the video. Teams can either purchase license or to use new technology from a third party, or may decide to develop the technology by themselves. Purchasing a license tends to be cost higher than in-house development. However, the latter takes more than to introduce the new technology. Once a decision is made, teams cannot reverse the decision. Uh, Teams must introduce at least one feature before they can upgrade or purchase 5G technology. For introduction of 6G technology, teams must have at least two features. 5G technology is not accessible in round 1, hence teams cannot upgrade it by round 1. Regarding the features, teams have to follow a sequence to upgrade it in round 1. Regarding the features, teams have to follow a sequence of features to upgrade it. The cost of introducing different features will vary. Features costing higher amount of investment would allow a team to command or a higher price compared to their competitors. Now, if we try to purchase 5G, uh, this will be the price we have to pay. If we try to purchase, they are saying that we have to purchase a feature. Now I am purchasing a feature called nanotech batteries, and there are many features we will purchase in different rounds. Now after clicking the next button, we are going to the decision market, distribution and marketing. Here again there is a video for the decision and marketing. Under these distribution and marketing tab, teams have to take two different action. One is distribution. Firstly, under the distribution, they have to decide which product from which location is going to be transferred to various marketers. Team should be able to aware of the market outlook for different markets and different technologies before deciding the number of units to be transferred into these selected marketers. Once a team has made up its mind about its distribution strategy, they could have a look at the impact of the tariff and transportations. So before we could look at the tariff and transportation, we have to input the percentage of distribution we want for 3G and 4G. Let's say we want 40% for USA, 40% for Southeast Asia, and again 40% for Middle East. But we can't again for distribution the 40% because our total distribution will be 100%. So 40-40, so I can only 20% distribution for Middle East. For 4G, again, let's say we want 35% for USA, 35% for Southeast Asia, and 30% for Middle East. Now, by clicking that on tariff, by clicking tariff and transportation tabs, teams can visualize which market has the lowest tariff and which market is the least cost of the logical points of view, and might decide to reconfigure some of these values in the distribution table to optimize import tariff and transportation cost. Please note that the weighted production cost is calculated by taking amounts of in-house production cost and outsourcing production cost. Teams should remember that the import tariff and transportation cost may vary from round to round, depend on various microeconomic and geopolitical variables. If the team is happy with the distribution and confident they have optimized import tariff and transportation costs, then they move to the marketing of these products. Team would have to prepare different marketing strategies for markets and different products. So coming back to the marketing, if you click on the technology for which you want to develop, your marketing strategy, and another tabs open up. Here teams could have a look at the forecasted of market size that they have fixed initially along the project sales unit, the different marketers. Next, team should carefully devise and choose the marketing strategy, which here we have seen at the tab. For each marketers, they are going to compete. If you want to know what is this meaning, low price or footprint or balanced or brand, there is a small knowledge for us. The low price is the strategy uses price as the only marketing weapon with no promotional activity, whereas its footprint uses relatively low price and promotion as marketing opens aiming the maintain little bit but stable market share. Teams adopting a brand strategy will rely heavily on promotion and the latest technology and features to command the premium pricing. Balancing strategy aims to find the right blend of competitive pricing and promotion to the gain market share. Once a team has selected its marketing strategy, suggested selling price, and teams are under no restriction to set the price in between this spectrum of suggested selling prices. However, setting a lower price strategy will have a lower suggested selling price compared to those of adapting balance and branding strategy. The amount of promotion a team can utilize depends on the marketing strategy it has adopted for a certain particular market. Please note that the estimated sales in amount and estimated promotions under this tab is indicative figure of what the team might be able to achieve or have to spend if they fully achieve the target of the market share in this round. So we need to first of all find the strategy for us. Let's say I am going for low price and the lower range selling. So first I have to input the 8,000 and then enter. Again selecting lower price, 7,500 and lower price 8,500. There is no restriction of which strategy I will select or which strategy I am not going to selecting. So for 4G, for 4G, if we want to select balance, let's say, and I'm going to again go with the lower range. Let's say I have not entered a value here. So if we want to go to the next step, I can't go to the next because we have not filled a input box. So for going to the next step, we need to fill all the input fields for 3G and 4G. So after filling the 4G fully, we are going to the next step. Here is again a small overview of financial outcome. Once a participant has decided all these decisions, he or she will have a projected financial outcome of his or her decisions under this. As usual, it is an anticipated financial outcome and not the actual figure. The team leader will have two options to have a look at the projected financial outcome of the decision of all the team members and decided which one to submit on behalf of the team. Here we can see that there are others result also because I am playing as a team captain. A team leader may or may not decide to take any of the team leader members' decision as final and may use his or her own decision to team instead. So for now, I am submitting this result as our team decision for this round. So after submitting this, when I have come back to the dashboard. Next, we as a team member, we will wait for the teacher evaluation. So after the teacher evaluation, we can go to after the decision checklist financial outcome we have submitted. We will have a new tab called competitive outcome. A participant can have a look at the competitive outcome of round once the course teacher has evaluated all the team's decision. Under this competitive outcome tab, participant will get to see market shares captured by each of the teams for different products in different markets. They can also have a look at the financial statement of the last round and on period to the along with the ending cash balance which will act as the starting cash balance for the next round. Closing balance, here we can see the closing balance. Teams can also download this statement as an Excel file format. Here we can see the result in the Excel file format. Teams are recommended to keep the record of this file as they might provide valuable insight into the competitive nature of the industry which could be used to make decisions in later rounds. The competitive outcome tab will only remain visible between completion of the evaluation initiating of the next round by the course teacher. So, and this course teacher has not yet evaluate the has not yet start the next round. So we can see the competitive outcome after after the course teacher initiate the next round. The team can play the next round. So and by these following the steps again, the teams can also proceed with the round 2, 3, 4, and so on.